two VR pros doing a podcast for presumably the first time. Lovely.
Fun. All right. I need to not get distracted.
Yep, same.
And it's like, okay, we have a plan. Is this plan going to be followed? Maybe for a little bit. I had my co-captain who recruited me onto his team to captain his team, and every other minute at Discord, there's 20 new pings from the server.
That's funny. I think it's actually a first for me hearing this.
Really?
Yeah.
These people's favorite things to do is just spam.
Yeah, I don't doubt it's a thing though. So this is your co-captain?
This is my co-captain. Apparently captained a team before, and I'm curious why that team didn't disband. I've been working my ass off trying to get this team to work for him.
Okay. By overpinging like the announcements channel, or just like just even those like the randomest things.
He's setting up a scrim. It's like, okay, scrim, and he's like, one of you guys hasn't responded at the entire team. And this includes practices, and I'm like, my guy, chill out.
Yeah. I think availability pings, like, okay, like it can be understandable sometimes. I think it does come down to knowing your players' like general availability. But like on my Veil team, I know Ice Beast is probably not going to be available on certain days because he has basketball, so he's not going to respond to the pings, even though the scrim thing's up. Also, just like ping someone, and I'm like, all right, who can play for the scrim? I'll look at the time, and be like, okay, like they're still in school, I'm not anymore, so I'll just give it like a few more hours, right? I think just know. First of all, just be patient. I think that's the first thing, okay? Definitely just be patient. Like, just trust your teammates that they saw it, because everyone has a phone. Like, they're going to see it on their notifications page. Whatever, they're going to get to it. Just trust your team's going to get to it. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really do anything. They're going to see the message either way. They're going to see a ping on the server tab. So just trust your team that will get to it. If they don't, then talk to them. Say like, hey, I'm just wondering like if everything's okay. I think an objective rule of thumb with pings, like one ping for the scrim, for people to like sign up or whatever, and then next ping if it's like little to no one responded and it's an hour or like 30 minutes before the scrim, like close to scrim time. I don't even have to do that. So
yeah, my rule: ping them once. I set up my scrim about 2 days in advance usually. Sometimes they'll get a spontaneous nighttime.
Wow, so smart.
But at player, scrim at time. And it's like, cool, we're going to scrim Thursday at 9 EST. Usually I get the majority of people, it's like, I'm missing you guys. And I have 2 people who are on vacation right now, and it's not on their phones at all. One having fun balking on the flower field.
Right.
I'm not expecting them to respond anymore.
Nice.
In the availability thing, we use Let Us Meet, and it's like, I put in their name and I write next to it in parentheses dead. It is the best way to do it, so I don't like call them.
That's a perfect label.
We are very kind to each other and very dedicated, but if you're looking in on the outside, it looks like we are the most offensive people.
Okay, yeah. Side note, make your team, uniquely your team. Yeah. Like have fun with the channels, with each other.
That's the rule. Your team can have inside jokes and they can have fun together. They're not just a group of people showing up to
get out of the co-workers mentality. You should be friends with your teammates. I don't think I've been on a team where that wasn't the case.
And I just got a set of 2, and they've been best friends for forever. And my only issue with them is they overload comms and scrims, and we have a couple of solutions here. It's like, okay, I'm happy with you guys being friends. I'm happy with you guys chatting. I told them to say I'm at a call, and they know to mute when they start chatting, and they know to unmute when they need you to call. And it is working beautifully.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's sounds pretty effective too. Yeah.
But that's another rule. You need your players to be happy. If your players aren't happy, you're doing something wrong. I understand
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Game, but find the silver lining. Like, hey, we knew we were going to get asses kicked by this team. We got a round up. That is all we wanted out of this.
That's like my whole philosophy on competitive shooters or competitive anything, honestly. Like if you're not having fun playing the game, it's like there's just no point in playing the game.
Most definitely.
There really isn't. And plus, yeah, if it's about competition and winning, yeah, you're not going to be the one that's going to win if you're not having fun. The person who's having fun and is obsessed with the game is going to win, right? So it shouldn't feel like a day job. If it's starting to feel like a day job, you're probably getting burnt out. If you're getting burnt out, take a break.
Burnout is a thing, and it happens to be not fun.
Fortunately, I've only been burnt out, truly burnt out, once in Breacher so far, which is good.
I was running an entire and a structure of a full community.
Jeez.
Without the proper.
Wow.
It was a very dark night. It was I was burnt out, and I was
and there's probably so much pressure too.
Yeah, so I gave the team to someone I shouldn't have trusted. I was mad. The team
Oh shoot, is this
something
T?
for 2 weeks, and it was like, okay, you guys just fucking disband. You are putting a bad rep I made.
Oh my gosh, this is Laura.
I made this team as a protest to an old captain being a bitch.
Oh
Like,
no
I
way.
can be better than you. So we just went on to scrim their team.
Shit.
And I made some of the best players from that team. That was a coaching team. All the people I pulled were from bottom of. I was proud of people. Hundreds of hours.
Okay, wow.
A lot of.
That's a tough ass story, I'm not gonna lie.
It's fun.
All about
Mental
fun.
is so-
Yeah, as a captain with mental, your mental will dictate your player's mental, okay? Let's just get that out of the way first, right? If you're showing your team, if you're like, always flaming, always just like complaining your cobs or whatever, then your team's gonna look at that and they're gonna reciprocate that. They're also not gonna feel good. They're gonna be grumpy. The best captains, listen, you don't have to be like a monk or like, a therapist, but like, the good captains have a little bit of emotional intelligence. Just slightly a bit emotional intelligence. And,
I have a good analogy for this. So my mom will, and she's like, "Oh, it's a little bit dry," and every single one of the kids
Oh,
will
all
say,
sheep.
"Oh, the food's dry. I don't want it." That is how you look as a captain. You are
Sheep.
the mother,
Yeah.
and all your little ducklings say exactly what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Them bitching about the other team. Don't bitch about the team. I'm muted.
Yeah, that is definitely true, especially if your players are less experienced than you. Like,
I got a tip from, this is when we were doing practices a lot, and it's in your practices, if they're talking over you in a scrim, you need to call them out public. And instead of calling them out public, I would call them out the shame channel. It was like, at the entire players, shame this guy for interrupting us.
what the fuck? Hold on. That is a crazy system. I don't think I've done anything quite like that, but you know what?
That's why the public shame channel is a public shame channel and not.
you unironically have a public shame channel.
Yeah.
I have to say that's a little bit wild. Public shame channel is a bit wild.
It is a very close people, and they're all.
Okay.
There was a very strict rule of this is for fun and this is meant to bully your teammates, but if you go too far, you will.
Okay, I get it now.
You need to know when too much is too much and when you are being micromanaging and controlling over every.
Yes. Thank you. If there's like one thing anyone should take away from this, it's this. Holy crap.
They are people who have identities and personalities, and some of them don't like playing muted saying yes and no, ma'am, or yes and no, sir.
Yeah. Everyone, like, think of it like as a captain, you're most likely you're the guy or the person picking up the players for your team. Unless you're just kind of just free throwing it, like you picked up your players for a reason, and they all have something. They're all bringing something to the table on your team. This is gonna sound trivial, but your teammates make up your team, so they always have something to contribute. There's something that they know that maybe you don't know. So it's always good to just let them play, try and just play around how they play. I mean, obviously, some set structure, have some, basic plays, whatever. But especially like mid round, a lot of this just comes down to trust, honestly. Like most of the things we've actually talked about so far. A lot of it just comes down to trusting your teammates.
You gotta trust your players.
Yeah, you gotta trust your players. I've been on teams that the IGL is the only one calming the entire round. And I can play with that. I can do that. But it sucks. It just sucks. And I don't want to know how it feels like for the other players who don't like that. Or who play a bit more, with their intuition. Make sure your players can express themselves in game. I can't believe I'm saying that, but like,
sure they have their own personality. Don't make them.
Yeah, every player has their own player identity. They have their own skill sets, and your job as a captain is to support their skill sets and to make sure that they are playing the most comfortably that they can, and that the team is the most successful it can be with that.
I'm helping a captain right now. I'm his IGL currently because he doesn't have an IGL, and it's like, I can help you, but you really, really need to find an IGL, man. And he makes his players MK on Colonist and AKs on Ray.
Oh, okay. Is this Counter-Strike? What's going on?
I told him, useless, doesn't help. They shoot best with what they shoot best.
MK on Colonist? I mean, whatever.
MK only on Colonist because you want the gun, and the AK
MK on Colonist
for the longer angles, and it's like, everybody.
Yeah, but like that's still so situational. Like you could still challenge space as like what? As that's so
303. I have a player who messes around with just about every gun in the game. Although he's very, very good about use a proper gun, he will. And find him sometimes using a sniper, and sometimes he'll get kills, and it's like, cool beans, I don't care, you did good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad the topic of weapons got brought up because it did earlier today on my team. I know this is like a fucking logical fallacy or whatever, but you know the MK is the meta slash most picked weapon for a reason. That being said, there are opportunities or there are pockets where other more niche playstyles can be adapted onto a team. But like the big thing is whatever you're doing, like whatever you're choosing to do, whether it's 5 MKs, whether it's 5 AKs, whether it's 4 MKs, one sniper, you have to know why you're doing it. Okay, I know this is more of like a macro take, but on my team, sometimes RJ will hop on the sniper. First of all, I trust his judgment, and most of the time, it's great. He can sit and hold a long angle, watch crosses, anchor down power angles. Great. And the rest of us have the nice versatile MKs. So there has to be intention to it. If you have a player, they're fucking around, they're busting out the revolver, they're busting out the pump shotgun, you know, maybe there's like an integrity issue there.
I had a player on Cliffside, he would play the bomb, and he would play in a corner of B. He got multiple 3 and 4Ks on every.
There we go. There we go.
Go for it. Do you?
Yeah.
I really don't
play to the gun's strengths. Absolutely. I think that's a very underrated strat.
I drill this into my players a lot. You have to trust each other. I have a very open structure. I will let them. It's a you have to.
Ditto as well.
Call rotate. But if you're really confident that you're pushing your site, just call the fucking rotate.
Too. I'm really happy to hear that you do as well. I always like sometimes I'll only call something. Someone will call something different. And I'll be like, you know what? I agree with that. Let's go with it because maybe I actually don't agree with it, but it's best that everyone sticks to one plan and just go for it instead of trying to figure out what's the perfect plan. Mid-round, the barriers are dropped and you're getting nade flooded. It's not about executing the perfect plan, captains. It's not about calling the perfect plan. It's about calling a plan that everyone can get involved with and that people can follow with. That's what separates good teams from great teams, honestly. So another thing that popped into my head, talking about, strats, experimenting with loadouts, is that a lot of people's philosophy of scrims is very like binary. It's like you either win and it's great or you lose and it sucks. It's not a match, okay? Scrims are not matches. There's no stakes, except, the egos that you put on the table for yourself, but that is self-controlled. I challenge new captains to think of scrims like this. Think of scrims as think of it as like a fucking playground. I don't know. Yeah. Scrims are there for experimenting, practicing, figuring out what works and what doesn't work. It's not about who sees the victory symbol at the end. It's really about if you're learning from it and if you're improving off of it for the long term. It might hurt to see, a loss short term on the scrim, but, think back, did you improve? Was your team's chemistry better? You should be playing for the long term when you play scrims.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing. I have a gauge. It's both against your guys' Veil team and when we play Suits. The first
oh gosh, Suits.
They 9-0'd us on 2 maps, and then we got 6 rounds on them uncaged. Feeling the high life, and it's like,
that's awesome.
We're amazing. We got split, and we started playing you guys, and you guys were stomping us for a good little bit. And now I feel that we put up a little bit more of a challenge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're ideal off of who can figure out the most twisted plan to fuck up the other team because we can't.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm gonna be so honest, propaganda. I was calling some bullshit on Kiro. No, I was calling some bullshit on Kiro.
That game was mine. It's like, okay, you guys,
yeah,
stay put for a hot fucking minute. Let me pick this guy apart mentally.
I mean, because post script, we're like, man, it's so nice to play against a team that doesn't just BG swing everything. I think I said that in RDMs actually. I don't know. It actually, the script felt coherent, which is great, which is why I like scrimming. Teams either completely undermine gun skill or they completely use it as a crutch, and only the best teams have a good balance. It's funny because when we scrimmed against Suits, I think it was the last time we did. We were really trying on the macro side. But at the end of the scrim, Navi just went in our team chat. It just goes yo, you guys are great, but you need to work on your gun skill. And someone had to say it. And so ever since that day, it was we've been just focusing a lot more on on the gun mechanic and VR aim, hashtag VR aim, in the meta store, by the way. Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah. The only have is that when someone starts criticizing, I have one player. He knows that when he's off the rails and start getting mad over it.
oh, this is actually a
I've
really good
talked to him
point.
a couple times about it, and he understands kind of keep your backhanded to yourself pretty, please. I will kick you if you don't stop. Put your ego down and practice together. You're gonna bring this up in a group practice. Practice together. Now chill the fuck out. It worked. He's been a lot nicer.
Good. I'm glad you brought that up because a really big point that I thought of just now was how you give feedback and how, your team should give feedback to each other. Obviously, feedback is pretty much the only way to, first of all, improve as a team, improve yourself. I think a lot of people, hate to say it, they don't really have the social skills to understand how should they articulate their feedback. So, 2 words for me for feedback. I'm gonna sound like a fucking one of my teachers, bro. Kind and honest. Okay, you gotta balance those two. Some people too honest. Some people too nice. Sugarcoating it and nothing gets done. Right?
I've definitely fallen. When I started a strong reputation of I'm very kind, but I am very brutally honest. I will call you as
Yes.
but I will say you have good parts of your.
Yes.
And
yes.
That's part of why people love me as a coach.
Yeah.
And that also goes over to captainship. If you can be super duper kind, your players will know you're sugarcoating anything and they won't trust you because they don't know what you're telling
Yeah.
them is just trying to be nice to them and make them feel better, or if you're trying.
Honestly, it's just important that you just say what you think needs to be improved or say your feedback. Try to add to it, honestly. Like if some people they'll say it, they'll start like I don't know, start flaming the fuck out of them. Maybe going on a tangent. But honestly, like just briefly saying it, like for example, like I don't know, like yo waves, like next time anchor that site, like boom. Sometimes that's literally all you need. And like my team will just go like heard, and then like boom, like lock it in, go next round, and then we just play. Like
be kill hungry as a captain and as an IGL.
oh my gosh, yeah. Just in general, don't be kill hungry. Learn the numbers rule. Learn the numbers rule. That's all you need if you ever want like a frame of reference of like when to aggro, when to not.
Mid player, he swings out mid every time, and sometimes he'll get a 3K, sometimes he'll die, sometimes he'll get one before they back off. We all know that risk. If he doesn't get the kill, we know at least one of them's hit and now where they're going.
Yes, aggroing should be intentional. Like for example, like A anchor, like they could aggro down main. That could be because I don't know, you just want space, or you got the there's like 4 on B. Intentional. A main player swings, no info, just fucking dies.
Scheduling problem.
Scheduling, yeah. We probably should have talked about that first, but whatever.
Make sure you're talking to the other captain and check about 12 hours before your scrim starts to make sure that you still have a scrim.
Yes.
Otherwise,
yep.
you end up scrambling for a scrim last minute and you either fight the best team or the worst team ever and send someone on your scrim level.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing I can really contribute to that is like, or before you like confirm a scrim with someone, make sure that you actually have the players. Because some people, they'll preemptively schedule and then get their players and just hope that there's enough players. But then you have a cancel, and no one likes canceling. Yeah.
I usually almost exclusively ping all of my players before I set up a scrim. Red Wave, a VML team, they love scrimming us. He just messaged me in the morning. It's like, hey, can you scrim tonight? It's like, I'll see. I'll tell you at noon. And I'll ping my players, hey, you guys, scrim at 9. That's another thing is making your players your friends. I don't even know who your guys' captains
are. Oh yeah,
are.
please hang out with your team.
Who are the captains on Rocket?
It's me and RJ.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be talking to you and not Frost about scripts.
Well, no. Frost's the scheduler. Okay. You see, when you get good enough at being a captain, there's so much trust in my team that I let them schedule for me. Yeah. I'm like the bourgeoisie.
No, captaining at a point just kind of gets to a title. That was fun. You should not be able to distinguish a player from a captain very.
Oh yeah.
Like you should have a scramble for who the hell is in charge, instead of trying to just see, okay, top killer, top scorer, the only person I've ever talked to.
Yeah.
You need to be friends with your players. Your players need to feel that they have a say in your team. That's another thing, is make sure your players have a say in what happens. I won't add anyone onto my team until I get an okay from every single person on my team.
Try to be a dictator as a captain. Yeah. Democracy.
There are times you can make an executive decision for the team. You are adding a new person into a friend. Really get a new person in the friend group. Oh, they come by once with us after somebody brought them in. Like, okay, cool. Do we like this person? If we don't like this person, we tell that person privately that brought them, hey, this guy isn't cool. Can you tell him to fuck off? If you like him, it's like, hey, bring that guy back. We miss him. Another thing. Oh, another thing is a captain. You don't have to show up to every scrim match. You can put other people on your roster.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Maybe you have to assign someone to be in charge for your scrimmer match. Like, say, okay, you are in charge of making sure everybody shows up and there is no trash talking.
Yeah.
That's
I've done that a lot in my past. Yes.
Understand where the border of how to make trust. That's another thing.
Mm.
Figure out how to make your players trust. Spending more time together. Maybe the deep dark secret blackmail thing in DMs to make them trust each other.
Yes.
Depends on how much they hate each other already. And if you have real problems with your players, you need to tell them to talk it out in DMs or get you in a group chat with the rest of them so they can talk it out and have a little. Which is really important, is making sure safe in their own team. You're their captain. You're their home. You're the person who tells them what they can and can't do. You're like their parent, their guardian. You're standing in front of them.
You're like the outdoor supervisor during recess. Yeah. Except you actually interact with your friends. Yeah. That was a weird analogy.
That is how captainship works. Read parenting books, you'll figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
My first season I did captaining, I knew nothing. I was a very bad captain. You gotta fake it till you make it, and then you gotta fake it some more. You have to look like you know everything. People trust you. You gotta be confident in you.
Yes. That too, and like as a new captain, just know that you're new. Like know that you're gonna come across mistakes. Like, geez, I don't know how many I came across when I first. I don't know how many people know this, but like, when I played Breachers or when I first launched Breachers, played it, got to like level 50 or whatever the fuck. I literally just made my own team, and I had no idea how anything worked with VRML. And back then, VRML had like these like documents of like how to do captaining. Oh. You like read them all. It was kind of intimidating. I was like, what the fuck? I know is this deep. Just know that like, okay, like try your best. Okay, try your best. Try your best to improve. Obviously, like as a captain, not just in game. But no, like also give yourself a little bit of credit. Like you're starting out.
You're doing it amazing.
You're gonna make mistakes. You're doing it, but everyone's gonna make mistakes at the start of captaining. Okay, I've made plenty. You know, I've made some that made some people not like me. Okay, I'm okay with everyone now. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess up in game as a captain, maybe even as a person, and that's okay. That's okay. So don't let it scare you away from being a captain or from playing the game you love. Right? Just think of it as it's a part of the process and something that you're just really prone to.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now I'm running the BLC Breachers right now.
Exciting.
It's exciting, except I know nothing about Breachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all of them, I'm very close with all of them already. I put out a ping to them. It's like, okay, you guys, I'm doing this because I know you all want this team and I want to make it happen for you guys, but you're going to bear with me because this is going to be hard. And I also DM'd Lion, and Lion has been so sweet. He's been helping me so much.
That's so good. Always, like, yeah.
I can't deal with that game. I know nothing about it. I know the most simplistic of pushes because he's shown me.
Yes. Yeah. Never be afraid to reach out for like help. Yeah, you don't have to really do like you don't have to do everything yourself, right? Like you can always get help. People, ask your own team. Fuck, that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. Co-captain is there for a reason. Yeah,
co-captains are a very tricky bridge between they either overdo it or underdo it. It is very hard to find a co-captain who does it. And I had someone ask me, I have a captain right now. I coach their entire team, and it's like they're asking me, how do I pick a good co-captain? What do I tell them to do? And my answer for that, I get a very bad answer. What are you struggling with? What is overwhelming you? Or like scheduling scrims. I'm like, okay, that's what your co-captain's going to. That is really, your co-captain is there to catch you if you fall. Don't be intimidated by telling someone, hey, I need your help. Asking for help is the best way to learn. I don't know how it is in Breachers, but I know in Vale, you can DM a good amount of the captains and ask for advice, and they'll usually give it to you pretty freely. And I know in Deal, especially, if you ask anybody at the top, they are so kind. They are so sweet. Sure, they have a fuck ton of ego, but they will coach you. And I know that's something a lot of the newer players now struggle with is they don't ask for help. They're like, they're so good. You're gonna be mad that I'm so bad. Well, everybody is like trying to get everybody to improve because they're sick of playing the same 5 teams.
Yeah, true.
That has been something I've found a lot of.
Yeah.
Tell me how Breachers is about asking for help, but I know.
Oh, I mean, well, hit or miss in Breachers. Yeah. You gotta reach out to the right people. You gotta reach out to the right people.
You see the people cursing each other out in the VRML servers, it's probably not the right captain.
Yeah. That's why I make sure like everyone who DMs me either ask for coaching or just like general advice, I'm like I always make sure that they are welcome. Yeah, and that I give them the sustenance they need. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a night owl, so I'll probably end up responding to any DM at any time.
Yeah, I have a pretty good rule of if you message me past probably 10 p.m., you're gonna be waiting till so 11 EST.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna have to be patient. You message me at my bedtime. The only other thing I have in here was making for everybody, and that is really finding rules that work for your team. So my rules for my team are as follows: 1, don't hit first, but always hit back. 2, don't get caught. 3, 2 slurs per scrim. Although that
what?
is for one player.
I did not expect that. 2 slurs per scrim. I don't know what to say, honestly. I think this is a very team-specific rule, so yeah. I think you just have to have, you just have to make sure that everyone's okay with what's being said. That's the rule of thumb. Yeah. I do not condone slurs.
We don't condone slurs.
Hashtag PR trained. I had no idea you're Asian, by the way. That's crazy.
But that's kind of the rule of thumb is you have to realize what your players are and what you're coming with. I think we've hit most of the bullet points here. Motivating your team. We talked about that at first.
Yeah.
They follow you. You're their leader.
Yes. They will mirror you, most likely.
You're your little
Unless
ducklings.
they have egos.
You across the street, run into a car.
I love that analogy. Yep.
Yeah.
Do not walk into oncoming traffic, please.
Yeah. Mental.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yes.
Yeah, mental.
There we go.
Look at that. Back to the founding part of this thing. The entire part of being a captain is keeping that.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's probably like a really good ending point here of like have fun during scrims. Like, do not be like buried in the trenches fighting in a war. Like have fun. Like crack some jokes. Like even fuck it. Even mid round, like crack a joke in a comm. Like I don't know. Like have fun. Stay focused. Like keep it serious, but like yeah, bro, like have fun. Like oh my gosh, like I have so much fun playing on Vale with Ragnarok. It's like it's insane.
No, you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, I have the perfect screenshot for this. Okay, I want you to put this up on the podcast too. Okay. So earlier today, one of my teammates on Fusion told me this. By the way, all respect to him. And I'm okay with this joke, so no canceling him. Yep. But don't worry, we all have our own minority jokes we throw at each other. So
willy-nilly saying slurs. You have to do it responsibly.
It has to make people laugh. Okay, like that's probably
making your players laugh is one of the most gratifying feelings, especially during a brutal scrim. Making them happy